ladies and gentlemen, in the top left-hand corner of the map from Team SCV Life. He has proven in the past to be omnipotent, but currently he is not omniscient because Leenock has kept catching him off guard. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Hyun. And in the bottom right, his opponent, who is proving omniscient because no timing attacks have worked versus him, from FXO, it is Leenock. Big thanks to Philosopher SC2 at William. My phone just turned off in the middle of me giving his @ for giving me the definition of both all three: omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient.
There you go.
There is, in fact, we were both wrong, Kevin. It's omnipresent to be in all places.
Yes. Well, yeah, omnipresent in all places. So we have another game here, and we're going to see what Hyun decides to do to switch things up a little bit. He's tried actually 3 completely separate builds. He's 10 pooled, he's hatch first, and he's 15 pooled. So really, every possible way you can open up, short of something like something crazy like one base roach or something like that, he's done it. And all 3 of them have fallen short against Leenock. Leenock coming in and, well, getting out to a 3-0 start.
That he is, and we'll see if he can follow it up with another win here on Ohana. Going to be opening once again with a 15 hatchery, which should be down just a quarter of a second before Hyun's. There goes. There goes.
And we do actually know our contestant for next week. It is sort of the guy who finished 4th place at NASL and coincidentally enough defeated Hyun in a best of 5, which is funny to me because now we're just trying to find people that have, like, we're going through match history, like, who's beaten Hyun recently? Let's get him.
Which is, I mean, and then Hyun comes and, well, we're going to find out.
This is a market difference, though, from our...
Gas first, yeah.
What's up? Yeah, well, I guess from what Hyun is doing, I should say. Hyun has been opening with his spawning pool relatively quickly. Now, this time, he's actually bypassing gas for a decent period of time. There we go, finally dropping down. Leenock, on the other hand, has been going after his gas before pool pretty much exclusively, getting that earlier Zergling speed, making sure he can get out a couple of banelings if necessary.
So Hyun with that later gas, we'll have to see what he opts to do with it here. Could be, you know, going for just a standard later speed and maybe relying on a spine crawler in the early stages of the game, and alternatively. But either way, still making drones for now. Of course, the spawning pool does finish up, and we should see 2 queens start in just a second.
That's right. So queens on the way now for both players, and hatcheries are done. Zerglings coming out for Leenock too, and something that has been pretty popular is just massive speedling play, too. There's a giant wave of a ton of speedlings. And we actually see 10 links being produced here for Leenock. That's most he's started the game with so far. And we'll see if that's going to be the case here, because if you can hide those, you can actually do some massive damage.
You're completely right, Kevin. This is a build that, so like, I always get people who are like, you should try this all-in build. It really works, and it does when you go on ladder and just play this all-in over and over. But this is one of those builds that I was taught, an all-in build, coming out of Leenock right now. It's faced off 1 queen. His production will match his income almost perfectly. You see he has just 17 drones to 23, but the quantity of speedlings and banelings he's going to be able to produce is ridiculous. Now, not as much as 2 queens, of course, with a larger economy, but the thing is you overwhelm your opponent faster than they can possibly make units. So although right now, Leenock, see, he's still making Zerglings. Hyun has no idea about this. He's still making drones. Yeah, he's making a baneling nest, but there's going to be a lot of units here out of Leenock.
Now, if Hyun does put a stop to this, though, again, with all of these all-ins, it comes down to economic damage that you can inflict. If you get in there and start killing workers, you win the game. If you can't, you lose the game, or it at least stabilizes afterwards.
All right, the units are moving out, Kevin, and you're completely right. Now, Leenock, this is a very heavy all-in, though. He only has 1 queen behind this, and he has 17 drones. This is not a lot of units. But Leenock has a ton of lings, and here they come. They're going to be moving into the natural. Will Hyun be able to hold?
Okay, well, that's a lot to start with. The lings are just popping up now. All the drones are already being pulled off the line. It looks like the spine crawler is going to get shot down very quickly. Does not get canceled, so that's a significant resource lost already. And the drones are actually falling one by one. There's the economic damage we were looking at before. And Leenock still has 8 more workers to kill before he catches up entirely, so he's still got some work to do.
Oh, the banelings are trying to make contact, but nothing really happens there for Leenock. And now Hyun is holding for the moment. His speed has kicked in as well. He's got a lot of lings in addition to this. 23 workers, 15. Leenock's done it. Or, excuse me, Hyun has done it. He's held.
Oh, there we go. Nice job. He actually picks up on the banelings that were morphing in too. And look at this. I mean, yeah, we talked about the economic disparity already, the production disparity. A second queen is being produced right now for Leenock, but that is going to be light years behind Hyun's. and Hyun now is just going to be able to push really far forward. If the only thing that could have saved Leenock right there is if he had an incredible connection with that Baneling, but he doesn't get it.
Yeah, no, you're so right. I mean, if he had hit those Banelings, lost those links, the counterattack could have potentially been devastating. He's going to snipe a Queen right now, which is actually a really big play for Leenock. I mean, he needs types of moves like that one.
Yeah, but...
Like Jagger.
moves. I can't associate with you anymore, and sorry to say, but this is going to be Kibble's last day at the IPL now.
It's like the third time.
I know. That's when in
people
doubt,
aren't believing you anymore, Kevin.
When in doubt, I just threaten to fire people because that's what creates a nice, good working environment here at the IGNProLeague.
I got a tweet from the one. They were like, "So I thought Kibbles was done. Like, why is he still working?"
Well, yeah. Well, this one's real, so sorry about that. No, I'm joking.
But we
really,
called Wolf, but then the Wolf really shows up.
Yeah, that's what I do. I make sure people have to go to therapy in later years. So the Banelings now.
So sick.
I know. Banelings trying to get up there and do a little bit of damage. Nice job, actually.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good connection for Leenock, and it's going to open up these Banelings on the right-hand side, and all of a sudden, Hyun's in quite a bit of danger. This is a lot of workers. In total, 18 have gone down, and the worker count has now stabilized at least a little bit for Leenock.
Hyunny Bunny, what are you doing? Leenock is up 0-3 in this series, guys. I know I'm showing backwardness there. 0-3. I'm just shook up. Please excuse me. Hyun had this game if he had played it straight up, and then
he still has an advantage. He still actually has a considerable advantage.
Well,
his layer tech is way farther than his opponent. He's already getting Gleal Reconstitution. He's got more workers by 14. He's got a lot of things going for him.
Yeah.
But
No, he really does.
Leenock needs to win a couple more of those kind of engagements in order to continue finding success.
He's going to try to snipe a Queen here. Will be successful again in killing more valuable units for Hyun. Killing 2 Banelings off as well. Leenock making some smooth moves here, folks. He is down in workers, however, still 34 to just 44. But if we take a look at the tech of both players, it may give us a more full picture.
Yeah, I mean, that layer tech is just now finishing for Leenock. Still a few seconds away, but as we can see back on Hyun's side, he's going up to a third base. His Gleal Reconstitution is basically done. He hasn't used it for anything else. Of course, Hyun is usually in favor of going for a little bit later infestors, but then once he gets the infestation pit, just powering out massive numbers of them.
Interesting from Leenock's perspective. He's going for the very, very fast infestation pit here. Now that will open him up to any attacks that Hyun goes for, which I think Leenock actually feels relatively safe against. He's like, you've always timed and attacked me. It's never worked. I don't feel like you're going to go for it. I'm going to go for this really fast infestation pit. And it may pay off in a quick death here for Leenock because Gleal's done. But no, Hyun actually, he doesn't have a lot of units on the field. Either way, guys, what this means for Leenock is he wants infestors. He wants very valuable units in the long run, and he wants to slowly creep his way back into this game.
Yeah, but he's got another 80 seconds until any infestors hit the field. Even if he starts them exactly at 30 seconds, which is the time that you need pathogen glands to be along before you start infestors so that they can finish at the exact same time, he's not going to have these units out for a very long time. He's certainly not in time to be able to deflect this attack. Both the spine crawlers going down at the front. The Banelings killing each other. There's more economic damage inflicted by TSL Hyun.
And, well, all right, the infestors are still going to make it on the field. That was a very nice victory, however, for our Team SCV Live player. But Leenock does, he's got 6 infestors now on the field. He needs units or spine crawlers to support these, but with them, he's going to have the opportunity to slowly make economically viable and efficient engagements for his blue team. Blue team, Kevin.
Well, Hyun now, he's moving across the map. The important things to note, though. Hyun's got a third base.
Yeah.
Hyun is behind in tech, yes. Well, okay, never mind.
All right.
A couple roaches show up to the front, and that's it for Leenock. So that's game number 4 in the bag. And Hyun, he's not going to go out without a fight at the very least as he takes a game back.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play out there from Hyun, holding that all in out of Leenock. But Leenock was just like, hey, I've won 3 in a row. I'm up right now quite substantially. I'm going to go for a big all-in play in case you try to play greedy. And it didn't work out, but it was a good try.
Yeah, I mean, and Leenock has the flexibility to try things like that right now.
Yes.
He was up 3-0 going into that game. He could honestly have cheesed a couple of games in a row, and even if they both didn't pan out, well, he's still up a game, and he can rely on his good mechanics and go back to standard play afterwards to try and make things competitive. So I like that from Leenock. It didn't pan out. It gives Hyun a little bit of life, and we'll see if Hyun can capitalize on that now.
Yeah, he is down low in the hit points, though. Only 2 losses remaining, so we'll see if that will translate into a death or if Hyun's going to be able to battle his way back to an even set. We'll find out. Quick commercial break coming your way, and then game number 5.